I'm alive somehow. um, so basically, I'm sorry for the lateness of this video. I've been feeling like literal trash-tastic garbage for about a week or two now. It's kind of fuzzy. I haven't really had much of a chance to get even so much as slightly better until like literally today is where I finally felt like I could do a bit more than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I only barely had the energy to shower, and that was it. And I'm surprised I was able to pull energy out of my butt for much of what I've done today. Um, so basically, I'm going to talk a little bit about a game that I didn't actually finish. Now, I'm not going to review the thing, and I'm not really going to go into the why I didn't finish, because mostly I don't know what it was that kind of just prevented me from actually just finishing the game. It wasn't a bad game, I guess. It's just there was something about it. There were certain things that just like compounded onto some unknown thing that just kept me from really finishing it. Which sucks, but I want to talk about it anyways because it had an idea in it that I think is kind of cool. And even if I don't entirely, even if though I didn't finish the game, I still want to talk about it a little bit. Especially since I wanted to kind of insert some joy before I do a review next week for a game that I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to review. I will explain why I'm so unsure in a bit. For now, let's focus on the primary topic. The primary topic is about triangle strategy, and I want to talk about its dialogue system specifically. Because I think its dialogue system has a really cool idea, design, and kind of a neat function. Even though there are things I wish were handled a little differently with that function, I still found it kind of a neat thing to talk about. So in triangle strategy, you have these three different personality types. Now, as frustrating as it is for me, I don't remember what they are. Future me, though, is going to have my back, and he's going to type up and above of what they were. I, currently, of recording, don't remember. I'll leave that to future me to fix that shiz. Especially since future me will hopefully have a little bit more pep in his step. Hopefully. We'll see. When it comes down to it, though, I just thought the system was neat in concept because instead of having your character just kind of, go through the motions like in many other games with this kind of a system, they don't actually showcase you which option is what. So you have to look at it and you have to look at context clues and actually read it in order for you to actually try and figure out which one does this fall under, or does this, if you're like playing it like I did, you basically said F that noise and just clicked whichever one sounded nice. Whichever one struck your fancy. Which is exactly what I did. And it's a cool concept. I do have, I kind of wish it was a bit more than what it wound up being. The whole mechanic boils down to what troops you get. And there is another thing, but I never really felt it throughout the whole game, so and that's kind of a repeating problem for me for the whole mechanic really was just that I don't feel it, I don't see it, I don't notice it. Is it actually there? You know? Any of y'all heard the analogy of if a tree falls down in the forest and no one's there to hear it, did it actually fall down? It's that. But a personality, but dialogue decision basically. Which kind of sucked. That kind of sucked, but it was still at least a really interesting cool idea. Even though there are things I wish were tweaked about it, I still thought it was cool. I still thought it was really interesting. Now, on to the other thing. What I'm gonna call it the closing warning. Basically, a warning of what's about to come. Basically, next week, whether I finish it or not, I don't really care. Next week, I will be reviewing Octopath Traveler 2. I'm not going to say much right now because I want to give it at least that week for things to get better. So someone knock on some wood for me. Hopefully, it does get somewhat better. Because otherwise, that review won't be as positive as I want it to be. I really want it to be positive. We'll see how that goes. But I will see you all next week. Nonetheless, I hope you're curious, excited, or in the mood for more of my stupid facial expressions. Yeah. I'll see you guys.